Marianne. They're all yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we'll try that one more time. Good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, you're right. So let's try good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There you go. My name's Julianne Sullivan. I have a company called Learning Never Ends. And I go out and do presentations for school districts and private corporations and the public. And my goal in life is just for people to get along a little better, because I totally believe that in the little differences we make, we change the world as a whole. And so my presentations usually deal with adapting to change and communication skills, working in teams and that sort of thing. And I got an opportunity to become a certified laughter leader. And yes, in fact, there's actually a course to go through for that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background of how that came about. There was a surgeon in India, a Dr. Kataria, and he noticed, and many of you may notice too, that his patients, the ones who had a better attitude and more laughter in their life, healed better. And I don't know about you, but I certainly know people who have been through chemotherapy and the 3 Ds, as I call them, death, divorce, and despair. And the ones with a better attitude, the ones who could actually laugh at their own life, got through those situations better. So I thought it might be good to go and get this certification because perhaps I could add something to my other presentations. Well, I was pleasantly surprised, because there is so much research now about how laughter increases the quality of one's life. And it's very structured. So there's about 6,000 of us around the world, and wherever you go to a laughter workshop, they're pretty much the same. They have a definite beginning, middle, and an end. I say we all bake cakes, but we have different ingredients. So Dr. Kataria started this laughter club, but what he did was he did jokes. So I'm going to tell you a joke this morning. And this was from a kid. I chaperoned band camp for a week, thank you very much, and survived. Actually, I love it. But one of the kids told me this joke. John Madden was interviewing, if I get these wrong, help me. John Madden was interviewing the quarterback from New England, who is Tom Brady, right? Did I get that right? And while he was interviewing him, he noticed that there was a red phone in the corner. So he asked him what that red phone was, and he said that the phone was a direct line to God, and it would cost him $100 to use it. Well, $100 is nothing to John Madden, so he quickly paid it so he could have a conversation. Then he went to Indianapolis to interview Peyton Manning, and he noticed they had a red phone in their locker room. And he said, "What is that?" And Peyton said, "Well, that's a direct line to God, and you can use that phone for $1,000. So of course he paid the $1,000 because it's nothing to him. And then he came to Pittsburgh, and he was talking to Ben, and he noticed he had a red phone in their locker room. He said, "What is that?" And Ben said, "Oh, that's a direct line. You can talk to God for 10 cents. He goes, 10 cents? I paid $100 in New England. I paid $1,000 in Indianapolis. Why is it only 10 cents here?" Ben says, "Well, it's a local call." Anyway, that's only a good joke in Pittsburgh, right? I'm sure you can change it no matter where you are. But the point is that when Dr. Kataria started having these laughter clubs where people came and told jokes, eventually people told jokes that offended other people. So he said, "Well, I got to change my mind on this." So he decided that, like he tells his patients to get exercise, how about if we have places where people can come where they can have true mirthful laughter. Not laughing at anything, but creating laughter within themselves. And by doing that, they would increase the quality of their life. After we're done today, anyone who wants one can have one of these. And this is the 14 benefits of laughing out loud. And like I said, there's real research on this now. there's research that laughing relieves stress. And one of the things about relieving stress is it actually relaxes your muscles. And for people who are in pain, this reduces their pain. There's new research out that says that laughter on a consistent basis will actually reduce your overall cholesterol. It improves your mood, it increases your immune system, and for teams like you are, it has you connect on a positive line. We all know, I was going to say, we used to get around the water cooler, but now it's the espresso machine or whatever. But sometimes people gather in workplaces where there's a lot of people, and they gather up in little groups, and a lot of times what they talk about is what's wrong. They talk about the new policy that just went into effect that they don't like, or the new procedure that somebody wrote but they're not really doing the job, so they have no idea what they're talking about. Or they talk about someone got fired or let go and you really don't know why, because that's a personnel issue, so all these rumors run rampant. This opportunity is to give you all an opportunity, administration, teachers, auxiliary staff, an opportunity to get together and connect in a positive way. So the first thing I would like you to do is, did everybody get a straw? Okay, because the first thing we're going to need to do is to exercise and get our bodies ready for laughter. I will tell you that if you're eating something or chewing gum, you can't do that while we do this. I'm not punishing you, but I don't want you to choke either. We're going to try to have a session with no hospital trips. That's my goal. So what I want you to do with your straw, throughout this whole session here, I will always describe what I'm going to do and demonstrate what I want you to do before I have you do it. So while I talk for the next couple of minutes, I want you to stick this straw in your mouth like this. I just want you to stay like that, because you don't really have to say anything. I do. So the laughter workshops came about in the United States. A man named Steve Wilson and a nurse who's a psychologist, and a nurse named Catherine Buxman got together and they created the World Laughter Tour. And they're the people who certified laughter leaders all over the world. And like I said, it's a wonderful group to be with. We get emails all of the time on different information that's going on. Now, try when you hold that straw in your mouth to smile, because this will work on you later. Laughter therapy groups are non-political, they're non-religious, they're non-exploitive. Remember, I told you it's not about laughing at something, it's about creating laughter and giving you the choice of doing that at a later date. It's non-perfectionistic. The way you laugh doesn't have to be the way you laugh. Your laugh isn't any better than your laugh. It's all about you, yourself. And it's, like I said, it's non-competitive. Now, one of the things we do, because it is aerobic, if you've had some kind of stomach surgery or your shoulder's not feeling right, we have a lot of movement. You'll be getting up and you'll be sitting down, you'll be raising your hands up, and many other things. So if you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't. If you don't feel comfortable standing, don't. People will come to you, because we'll be moving around just a little bit. We need to warm up a little bit. Now that you have this in your mouth, you can put that away. And what I want you to remember is I want you to remember today and connect that to that straw. So sometime in this school year, when you're feeling a little bit irritated, pull that straw out of your drawer and put it in your mouth. I guarantee your attitude will change. I challenge, who's going to be the first teacher walking down the hall with that straw in their mouth? It's happened. It's great to have the students go, did you see Mr. Brown? He's walking around with a straw in his mouth. All right, everybody stand up. So we have to warm up physically, and vocally. So the first thing I want you to do is everybody put your hands on your bellies, because this is where the sounds are going to come from. Now remember, I'm going to describe what you do and I'm going to demonstrate what you do, and then I'll always count down 1, 2, 3 before we do it. So the first thing I want you to do is practice the letter H 5 times. Wait. Okay, let me say that again. I'm going to describe what you do, I'm going to demonstrate it, and then you do it. So you're going to do this 5 times, and make sure it comes down. It comes from down in here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Very, very good. Okay, now I want you to do that. Now we're going to keep adding a step to it. I want you to do that, but I want you to smile this time while you do it. So I don't want this. I want this. The amazing thing is as you do this, you'll find that you get more of that stale air out, which will increase your brain power and make you more awake. So hands on your stomach. You're going to make the H sound and you're going to smile on the count of 3, 5 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you guys are fabulous. All right, next step. I want you to have eye contact, not just with me, but the people around you. So it'll look like this. Hands on your belly, H sound, smile, and like this. So look at the people around you. All you're doing is the H sound. Hands on the belly, ready? 1, 2, 3. Again. All right. Okay, so here's the exercise now. You're going to do this exercise, which is going to look like this. Watch. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do that while you're smiling and while you're looking at the people around you. And you're going to do it 3 times. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Excellent. You guys have got it. But we're going to add one more thing. Now we're going to add clapping, because there's actually pressure points in your hands that stimulate your mind and your whole bodily systems when you clap. So it's going to look like this. Watch. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. But remember, you need to smile and have eye contact. Okay? So it's ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Smile, on eye contact, and laugh. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Excellent. So, when we did this for kids, kids always come up with great things. So what do you think the kids did after they did that 3 times? They went, yay! And we thought, what a great idea. So that's what you're going to do. So sound, clap, smile, eye contact 3 times, and at the end you're going to go, yay! On the count of 3. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Yay! Excellent. So for some of the exercises we're going to do today, when you hear me start to go ho, ho, ha, 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 that's the end of the exercise. We'll do that 3 times, and that's how we'll end it. Just so you know. Okay, so now, does anybody feel like their heart's beating a little bit faster? A little aerobics going there? Now we're going to work on our breathing, because we need to do that too. As human beings, we tend to breathe in really deeply, and we release our breath very shallow. And that leaves a lot of stale air in there. So I would like you to practice on breathing in through your nose and letting, when I tell, I mean, you can breathe, but